Okay, the opposite is 20, and then the adjacent is unknown.
A. So we'll call it A.
All right. So just write the letter it is.
Whatever it is, yeah, whatever the variable it is. Okay. So this is our equation. Tangent of 30 equals 20 over A. We're solving for A.
Mhm.
So how do you get a variable out of the bottom?
Um, do you? I guess would you just kind of try and divide it all
You
or
can cross
multiply?
multiply or multiply by A. Either way is good. Um, what have you been doing in class? I guess that's sort of a question. Like to me,
Um,
you can go diagonal multiplication. You can multiply both sides by A.
I think okay. I think what I've been doing is I multiply 20 times tangent 30 equals
You cannot do that. It's got to be diagonal.
um huh. I I guess I don't know then, to be
Okay.
honest. The
Well,
teacher never really
which looks
specified.
more appealing to you? To multiply both sides by A or to diagonally multiply?
Um if you diagonally multiply, what does tan 30 become?
Well, yeah, so that if we do that over here, it's A tangent 30
Hmm.
equals 1 times 20. That's the diagonal multiply.
Uh,
Okay. And on the right here, if we multiply both sides by A, you get the same thing. So the answer is it doesn't matter. You just have to decide which one you're going to do.
um
Or do you not like this? Is this still unclear? Don't worry about what tangent of 30 is. We'll get to that.
yeah, I
It's a
guess
number. It's a number.
I don't know what do you think is more easy? Because I feel like I'm at a stage where either one would work pretty well.
Well, I've heard teachers say don't ever cross multiply, which is not true, but
Uh,
that's why I'm asking because I'm not.
I don't know. My teachers never
Yeah,
specified on
I,
it.
I
I'll let you pick for me. I'm content to do.
I would diagonally multiply.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So we're at this step here where you have A times tangent of 30 equals 20. And you're going to divide both sides by the tangent of 30.
So then divide by tangents. Okay, so you write a tan 30 over tan 30 equals 20. So okay, wait. So a tan 30 20. Hmm.
A is multiplying tangent of 30. So the you're dividing it out, whatever it is.
Uh-huh. So
They just cancel.
yeah. So
You'll,
I'm just writing tan 30 for like all the bottom,
yeah.
pretty much.
Yes.
And mm, and is that because it's getting multiplied by one?
Where are you doing this?
Like under the 20?
It's just itself under the 20. It's just lonesome. I mean, it is 1 times it, but you don't need the one there.
Um, I don't know why this isn't just kind of clicking with me yet. Do you think we
Yeah,
could maybe try a different one with like different numbers or something?
sure.
All right, thank you. I don't know if that'll make any difference or not, but
Okay, so let's say that this is 25 degrees and this is 10 and we want to find A. Okay, so
you want to find
the tangent of 25 is opposite over adjacent.
opposite over adjacent. So tan 25 equals opposite over adjacent. So then the hypotenuse is not being shown in this.
We don't need it. Just the opposite and the adjacent. So what are the opposite and the adjacent?
Mm. Am I looking at opposite from the angle that's given?
Yes, yes, exactly.
So then that would be 10.
Over.
I guess 25
Nope,
because
we want the side. Side. These are
oh,
sides.
A.
That's the,
Right, yeah, it can't be a degree of an angle if it's the other's like not an angle, it's a measure of distance. Right?
that's right.
Okay. So I guess I'd write 10 over A for adjacent A because it's not
Yes.
known.
Yes. So tangent of 25 equals 10 over A. Okay. Now, this time I want you to grab a calculator and make sure your mode is in degrees
All right.
and calculate the tangent of.
So let's see. Calculator. So okay, so would I write 10
It's
first?
tangent parenthesis 25 and that's it. But your mode has to be in degrees. And if
Uh,
that's unclear, I can share my TI 83 and show you
um,
if you have no idea what I'm talking about.
yeah, I mean, I have my phone calculator with me right now. My actual calculator I left in my math class by accident.
Okay. Yeah, you don't
Um,
want to you don't want to use that. The next best thing is the Desmos Scientific.
Here, I'll open that up right
Let
now.
me oops. So let me snip in what you should type. And
So I click tan,
click
then
tan
manually type in then parentheses
25.
25,
And it's already on degrees, so you're already checked there. Okay.
25 parenthesis, and then
So I'm having you do this because we're going to replace tangent of 25 with 4 decimal places. We're going to go
uh
0.4663 equals 10 over A. Instead of the tangent 25,
so the tangent 25 then becomes
point four six six
0.4663
three. Yes.
equals 10 over A. So then am I going to multiply?
You're gonna
Mm,
you're gonna you're gonna cross multiply now. You're gonna multiply diagonally 10 times 1,
so that just is 10.
and then the other way 0.4663 times A.
Just yeah, 0.4663A.
Okay. Now what do you do to solve for A?
Am I going to divide 10 and 4663?
Just 0.4663 on both sides.
So then that would make it A equals, and then I'll do divided by 10. I here wait, let me just delete that one part on my because tan 25. If I click a space bar, does it make it so it doesn't do like
I would
division where it's above it?
I not sure. I would hit enter and go to a new line. So like here's what I've got. So you can see what I'm doing here.
Mhm. So 10. Oh my bad. I had the numbers flipped by accident for the division. I had the 10 on the bottom instead. Yeah, so then that would give you roughly 21 as your
Sure. Yeah,
final
21.4.
answer.
Okay, now we're gonna do the same problem, but we're not gonna calculate the tangent of 25. Okay, because I want you to see this. It's It's the tangent of 25 equals 10 over a.
Tangent of 25 equals 10 over a.
So we're gonna cross multiply again. 10 times 1
10 times 1
is 10.
is 10.
And then we're gonna take a and multiply by the tangent of 25.
A times the tangent of 25.
So this is the same as this line over here, 0.4663a. A tangent 25 is the same as 0.4663a.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to divide both sides by tangent of 25.
Okay, I'm just taking a moment to look at it real quick. 10, 10. So then that just makes it be 10 and tan 25a.
10 divided by tangent of 25 equals a. These cancel.
And then,
just like the 0.4663 is canceled.
uh-huh.
So I want you to
So
put this in
then,
your calculator. 10 over tangent of 25.
so then 10 divided by tangent 25 equals 21.4.
Are they the same?
They are the same.
They are.
And then
So the point is that you do not have to calculate tangent. You can wait till the end to do it.
I think I'd prefer to do that. Seems kind of easier.
Which
wait
one?
till the end.
Wait till the end. Okay. All right,
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like less numbers to be thrown around.
All right, let's do this problem that you have from class here, the lighthouse problem. So it's a triangle.
Uh-huh.
They're telling you 16 degrees. The height is 121, and they want you to find the base down here.
Yeah.
So relative to 16 degrees, what is 121 and what is D?
D is the adjacent, 21 is the opposite.
Okay, so tangent of 16 degrees equals what over what?
It's opposite over adjacent, correct?
Yes.
So then that would just be 121 over D.
Good.
And then you would write tan 16 over 1.
Okay.
And then the D stays the same, correct?
It's there's no change there, but you're going to
Yeah,
multiply
okay,
that.
let's just double check in. So then you would have okay, so my question is, would I write tan D16 or tan 16D?
I put the variable in front.
So you recommend variable in front.
Yes, which seems
Okay.
counterintuitive, but it's
Makes it work.
like all that goes together.
Oh, okay, so then you'd have 121 equals D dot tan 16, and then you're able to divide tan 16 by both of these. So then you'll end up with D equals 121 over tan 16.
Yeah.
And then
Good.
I will type that in right now. So that is 21 divided by tan 16. Oh, wait, sorry. I didn't actually type it in the parentheses. So I got 73.2.
That sounds right.
And then, so I have a question. So like, what is the exact number of 10? I mean, tan, sort of, because like, you know how pi is like 3.14? Like, what's
So
this
I'm
like
sorry.
special number?
Your answer is not correct.
So
So
what did I mess up here?
let me.
Hold on. Oh, I wrote 21 instead of 121.
Okay.
Is it 421.9?
Yes.
Okay, that's my bad.
So I'm going to do the sales thing. I'm going to answer your question with a question.
Uh,
What is pi?
pi is a way to multiply, or not multiply. It's a way to solve it's a unit of measurement, I think.
So here's the answer that I'm looking for. It's the ratio of the circumference to the diameter.
That's what I was trying to say. It was,
Okay,
to
okay,
my tongue.
okay. So you asked me what is tangent? It's the ratio of the opposite and the adjacent sides of a right triangle.
So there isn't really like a formula for it in a sense. It's just kind of, or well, it is. Here, let me try and word
You
that
gotta
more
be very
smartly.
careful with
There's
me
like,
here. I'm like the
yeah.
judges. Choose
So
your
there's
words
like
kindly.
so there isn't necessarily like a number with tan, but tan is like the formula similar to pi, where it's like once you put that in the calculator, it's letting you know like the format, or it lets you know like what shape you're looking at, and like what's going on within the shape, like uh with a given measurements and angles and stuff like that.
So are you uncomfortable with ideas that you can't exactly specify or define?
Um,
Like
a little bit.
have you heard this word before in business?
Synergy.
Yes.
I have.
So any idea what it means? It's okay if you don't. I'm
Um,
just asking.
I would know, but I'd some my school has like synergy learning as like
So
the grade book thing, so that might.
it's like saying 2 plus 2 is 5.
Uh-huh.
The
So that
sum
it's
the
like,
sum of the parts is greater uh, than the individuals. You can do more working together than you can on your own.
uh-huh.
Is that a concrete idea, or is it kind of,
Yeah,
or is
I
it very,
think so.
it's very, I think it's very broad. I mean, it's not like asking you what is a lamp.
Uh-huh.
I think there's no question what a lamp is.
Yeah, that's a way to provide a source of light.
Right. What is synergy is a little more open-ended. And I think that's what the uncomfortable nature of these is, because new, it's like, well, what is it? And I answered your question with a question, but it is truly the ratio of sides
Uh-huh.
and it's like, you don't like that because there's not a concrete, like, well, it's always, 4 divided by 5.
Yeah.
It's not even a number. It's a function, believe it or not.
Okay, I think that's what I was trying to ask. Is like, is it like a number within it, or is it kind of
It's a
like a
function.
formula function? That's what I was trying to say.
Its function, it has an argument. The argument is 16 in this case, but in terms of what it equals, it's the ratio of two sides. It's also unitless.
Unitless.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's uncomfortable. Um, there's the more math you take, the more of these sort of like question.
Concepts kind of things.
They're not concrete. They're more they more have their flow. There's some gray
Yeah,
area.
they're kind of not imaginary, but
Yeah.
in a
Um,
sense.
so here's a problem number 12. I'd like you to try on your own just to see if you totally get it, what we've been doing. I just want the final answer. It's asking for the same thing we've been doing. So you can read the problem if you want, but it's asking for the base here.
Okay. So this is also a tan, correct?
Yes.
So then it's 42 is the opposite.
Yeah, I want you to
So
work this one out. Just give me your final answer.
sounds good. 42. 33. And then, sorry, I just have one question. The tan
Yep,
would be like tan 33,
that's right.
correct? Okay, just double checking. All right, and then I just have to write the tangent. And I'm just gonna do the calculator. Okay, does 69.8 seem like the correct answer for this scenario?
42 divided by the tangent of 33.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was writing 31 instead of 33. Here, let
Okay,
me.
yeah, that'll do it. But
All right,
you
yeah,
know
let me
that
put that back in.
that is the idea here.
Um, yeah, that's a simple mistake. Is it 64.6?
Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, yeah, I don't know how I got to that, but I did somehow.
Units, you'd want to add in meters, but it's a small thing. Okay, so we need to look at some other trig functions now, just to further confuse you. It's
Thank you.
that's unfortunate, because by the time you get one down, then you just move to more. Okay, one of the things that might be uncomfortable is that the triangle is sort of drawn oddly. So you have the advantage of rotating your paper. Obviously, I,
Mhm.
I don't really have there's no rotation feature in this thing, which
All good, all good.
but
I'll just turn my laptop upside down if I need to.
but you can redraw it, right? You can say that's 65 degrees, that's B, and that's 17. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, again, relative to this angle, what is B and what is 17? And your answers are opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse.
Opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. So, you know the hypotenuse is 17,
Okay. So
and
what
I
is
guess there's an adjacent. Is the adjacent to the 90-degree angle?
no? It's always to the angle that you're
That's like the angle that's given to us in the scenario.
yes.
Okay. What happens? Okay, if this is gonna be like too crazy to explain, then just move on. But what happens if there's two given angles?
That's you choose the one you like better.
And you'll get the same answer, or?
Yeah, I was about to show you that because it's you can get the same answer using another trig function. We'll do that in this one.
Uh-huh.
But let's go back to my question because we will do that. What is B? Is B opposite or adjacent?
B is the adjacent.
It is opposite. The adjacent would be
It
down
is.
here.
That is. Oh, right, yeah, because now I'm kind of like angling my head now, and I see how that's the opposite. Yeah, yeah, no, that actually makes complete sense. Yeah, no, that's opposite.
So which of the trig functions, so Katoa here, which of these use opposite and hypotenuse?
Um, the S. I can't remember its whole name, unfortunately.
Sine. Sine. So sine pronounced, I guess, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the phonetics. So sine of 65 equals opposite over hypotenuse. So B over 17.
Okay. So then would I just write one below sine 65
Sure,
again? And then
that's good.
I guess that would leave me with B equals um okay, wait. This
So put the number in front of the sine.
17 sine, and this is different than the,
Yes.
okay, 'cause I was just like, okay, something seems off, I'm not sure. So then okay, so then I'm just gonna multiply that together, correct?
17 times sine 65.
Uh-huh. And then that would give me my final answer, correct?
Yes. So go ahead and do
So
that, and then
then, all right. So would I type sine first, or would I type 17 first into a calculator?
you want to enter it exactly the way it's written, and the number comes before sine, just like the
Okay. Sine 17 times 65. 19.
Okay. Do you feel confident in
And
your
then
answer?
let me just double check. 17 sine times 60. Yep, I think it is 19.
17. It is not 19.
It is 17.
It's 17 times sine 65. So do you have the 17 in front of the sine?
Um,
Let me snip it in here.
it's in parentheses by the sign.
Okay,
So
this is
am I physically writing 17 times sine times 65?
no, 17 and then sine parentheses 65. So that 65 is the argument to the function.
Okay, wait. So I write 17, then I put down sine,
Yes.
and then within the parentheses of sine, I'm putting down 65.
Yes.
And then I have a multiplication symbol in between 17 and sine.
If you want, it does or doesn't matter, but this will give me the number.
15?
Yes, 0.4.
Oh, yeah, 15.4. So, okay, so then this one's different because, oh, wait, okay, that's so dumb. I was looking at it the wrong. I was looking at 17 as part of the sign rather than the 65. I was looking at, it's like, oh, it's 17 sine, and then the parentheses 65 means I'm multiplying
I
the
see. I see.
65.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay.
that's how I messed that up.
All
So I
right.
was gonna say like this isn't too hard.
Well, this is why the tutoring helps, because we can answer some of these questions and, you may not even know that you're not sure how to do it. So now
Yeah.
let's do it the other way where we do the other angle, because you were asking about this. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
let's do it with the 25 degrees up here, B and 17. Okay. So now relative to the 25 degrees, what is B? What is 17? And your answers are adjacent, opposite, and hypotenuse.
17 would be the hypotenuse and the adjacent would be B.
So which of the three trig functions uses adjacent and hypotenuse?
Um, T, wait, no. C, and that is
Cosine, cosine,
cosine.
cosine.
And with cosine,
So the
it would
argument
be,
is 25. The cosine takes an angle as its argument. This has to be an angle inside here.
mhm.
And it equals the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent?
The adjacent in this scenario is no, B
Over 17.
over 17. And then you'd write 1 below cosine, right?
Yes.
And then that would be B equals 17 times cosine 25.
Okay, so go ahead and multiply that in your calculator for us, please.
And then this time I'll make sure to do it right. So then 17 times cosine 25. How am I? Man, I keep formatting that wrong. 25. Is it 15.4?
So it should be exactly the same as what we got in the previous
Yeah,
one.
exactly same answer. And it's
Yes.
because it's the exact same triangle, correct?
Well, it's because, this is what I was kind of alluding to with tangent. Sine is the ratio of sides, cosine is the ratio of sides, and they're all related. Um, Meaning that like there's multiple ways to get the same answer.
Uh-huh.
So you just have
Yeah,
to
I
know.
guess that actually shows that really well.
All right, so let's look at 16, and our answers need units. I'm not emphasizing that because we're working on a lot of other stuff, but your answers need units,
Mm-hmm.
which is like this one would be
Yeah,
centimeters. Yeah. It's kind of frustrating because like all of a sudden you're like, wait, I need units. We haven't been doing anything with units, but that is the case here. So new problem here, identify the angle, and then
yeah.
until you're
Oh,
comfortable
sorry, go
here.
on.
Oh no, do you have a question?
No question.
Okay, so the reason you identify the angle and draw these little lines is because you want to know, are they giving you the opposite, the adjacent, or the hypotenuse?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give you
And
two of the three.
then, yeah. So I guess in this scenario, C would be hypotenuse, and then 36 would be the adjacent.
Good. So again, which of the three, and you have to know this, so Katoa,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make my little flashcards for that.
yes. Which
Um,
which one are we using?
we will have to use adjacent. Is it cosine?
Yes, it's the cosine of 70. You always have to take the cosine of,
Whatever the angle is.
yes,
Yeah, that's what
equals.
threw me off the first time I did it by myself. I was like, I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. So that would be cosine 70 equals uh here, wait, sorry, my brain just like shut off for a second. All right, cosine 70 equals
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
that would be 36 over C.
Okay.
And then now you just write 1 below cosine 70, which would give you I'll just say cosine 70 or C times cosine 70
So that's where,
equals 36.
yeah, that's where you might want to put a little dot in front to make it stand out from the cosine.
Yeah, having them double like that. And then you're gonna want to write C cosine 70 under the
Divide both
C times
sides.
cosine 70. Yeah, divide both sides by that. So then you're gonna get C equals, and then I will have to type that in. So you're gonna have 36 divided by cosine 70 cosine 70, and then that's 105.2,
Good. Now,
and then 105.2 yards to be
yes.
more
Now,
specific.
now when you get to school, you make sure your mode in your calculator is in degree.
Mode in degree. I'm writing
Yeah.
that right now. My make sure
And
mode is in degree.
and ask your teacher, ask someone in class that you think knows the answer if you're not sure how to
Oh,
check that.
all right. I'll make sure to do that. Okay. Honestly, this isn't too hard. I thought this was
Well, the moment you say that, it gets harder.
okay. That's fair. Or
So like,
this current state it is in is not too hard.
okay, yeah, and we probably have just enough time to do one or two of the other types of problems. So let's look at
Uh,
17. So notice that they are not giving you the angle.
uh,
Okay, but again, relative to the angle, what's the 128? What's the 107? We got
the
opposite.
128 is the adjacent, and then the 107 is opposite.
Okay, so which trig function are we using?
Mm, adjacent and opposite would be not cosine. It would have to be I'm gonna say tangent.
Yeah, tangent. So it's the tangent though of D, because we don't know the angle,
Mm-hmm.
equals opposite over adjacent. So 107 over 128.
107 over 128. So then,
So notice the difference though. We don't have the angle this time.
yeah. So, so it might, I guess let's just carry on and I'll see. Because I was wondering for the actual calculator.
Calculator will take care of this, but you in class would have been showed there's a way to undo tangent, and it's the tan inverse.
Uh-huh.
So you take
And
the
then
tan
I
inverse.
recognize that on my
Okay, so you take the tan
phone.
inverse of both sides, and that on the left, it cancels out the tangent, just leaving D.
Mm-hmm. And then,
So this is what you're going to type in your calculator on the right.
okay. And then with that, am I gonna, so I'm writing, would it make sense? All right. Would it make sense to multiply 107 or
No,
make the,
no, just let your calculator do all this.
all right. So then
So
10 minus 1.
it's under function for function. Yeah.
Hmm. There we go. Tan minus 1 parentheses 107, 128.
Yes. Yes.
One, and then I'm gonna have to write 107 divided by
Yes. Slash 128.
28. Oh, 128, my bad. I have to 1, 2, 8. And I got 39.8.
That is correct. 39.9.
Oh,
That's
I
your answer.
guess.
That's D.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that would be 39.9 feet.
No, degrees. It's an angle.
Right. That is
So
trying to
so we
sound
we
smart there.
so I guess it just as soon as you get it, we switch. It's finding the angle now from the sides.
Uh-huh.
So let's do one more here, even though it may not be completely clear.
It's pretty clear. It's similar to the other ones.
So this is really good. You've drawn the opposite, and you know that this is the hypotenuse because it's across from the 90.
Uh-huh.
I don't really like to draw it from the 90 because I think that it's confusing, but it's
Yeah, yeah.
so is it sine, cosine, or is it tangent?
I'm gonna have to say it's sine.
So it's the sine of f equals what divided by what? What goes at the top, what
It's
goes on the bottom?
that's gonna be 36 over 66.
Very good.
And then you're going to, all right, so are you gonna do the like sine minus one kind of
Yes.
thing? So then that just leaves it as mm,
So on the left, it undoes the sign. So it's just f.
uh-huh.
So a lot of students do is they just go to this line right here where they just write sine inverse 36 over 66. But what is happening is you're undoing it.
Uh-huh.
It's like division undoing multiplication, or addition undone by subtraction, things like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. All right, yeah. That makes
So
sense.
go and enter this into your calculator there, see what you come up with.
So then function sine minus one back to main 36 over 66 or 36 divided by 66 33
33.1 degrees.
33.1 degrees.
That's your answer.
And then that's my angle of F.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That's
real quick, I want you to do the cosine inverse of 36 over 66, please.
um that's all right, just cosine instead of sin.
Sine. Sin's a different class.
Right. All right. 36 over 66. Now you got the math jokes down.
You should get 56.9.
0.9.
What do 56.9 and 33.1 add up to?
100. Wait.
9,
Yes.
90. They add up to
90.
90.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey,
So
my excuse is that it's 9 o'clock.
these are all related. Sine and cosine are all related.
Oh. Oh, wait. And then 90. So if those are combined, that's 90. And then there's
That's
the
right.
90 degree, making it 180, which makes it a triangle.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
So you